What a wow! What a great day we're having. Amazing. Okay, go to the bathroom because I'm gonna do that. I'm heading to the bathroom.
Oh, you're in class?
Yeah, I put my stuff down.
There's no Sugo meeting today for all Sugo members. There's no Sugo.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm so tired.
Bend over and clap my ass.
What? He's from the game. He's
Everyone say that walk thinking you got English hot spot.
I'm flipping it out. Just stay away. Dude, it's so big. It's sitting on the wall. What? My 8-inch dong.
Ooh.
I'm tired.
What's up, dude? What's up, bro? Dang, bro. Okay.
Hi, Jacob.
Hello.
How was your day today?
Awesome. It's going great.
I'm glad, great.
Yeah. How's your day been?
My day's been, it's been okay.
It's been okay. Yeah, it's a Monday. I get you.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of Mondays either. I never liked Mondays in the first place. My boy Roman over there. Look at Roman. There's my boy right there. Get a load of this room.
They were basically trying to convince people that it was morally superior to drink less, which sounds very stodgy and stiff. But women actually had a lot of reasons to be very nervous about the amount of alcohol that was being consumed.
And the reason why they were vested in temperance was because they were concerned that their husbands were going out and getting drunk, coming home and beating them, and there's no recourse.
Many women were working outside the home, and so men were the primary breadwinner, and they would be spending a lot of their paycheck at saloons. So it really was a serious issue. And so these temperance leaders, many of them began arguing for women's right to vote in a very conservative way.
education, as we start to see public education being suspended. These women wanted to make sure that their children had access to education, that the education was quality.
Following the lead of other states, suffragists in Minnesota took aim at the right to vote in school-related elections, and this time, they put it to the voters to decide.
It was a highly gendered enterprise because, they would say, I'm raising children. Therefore, I claim authority to speak on things that affect my children. And then we see them claiming more political, civic, and social territory. And then once they occupy that space, they are able to use it to expand their sphere even more.
After being made official in the legislature, Minnesota women could vote on school board elections in 1876, the centennial year of the nation. That year, Charlotte Winchell and pioneer Charlotte McLean were elected as school directors in Minneapolis.
Charlotte
This
Wilson,
is a
Charlotte.
common pattern around the country that women were able to win either school board rights or rights to vote in primary elections. But women in Minnesota had not been able to achieve anything more despite a lot of attempts.
The next phase in the fight for the vote grew directly out of the fight against alcohol.
1881, there's a Women's Christian Temperance Union meeting, and at that meeting, a small group of women breaks off and they decide we're going to form a separate organization specifically to argue for women's rights to vote. It was called the Minnesota Women's Suffrage Association. This association argues specifically for the ballot, and while some of them were still arguing in the sort of home protection model, many of them did end up taking a much more explicitly equal rights stance, saying that the vote was needed to advance women's rights. And that was pretty new and pretty progressive.
While there would be many suffrage societies, clubs, and organizations in the decades that followed, this entity would be the through line for Minnesota women's fight for the vote and full citizenship, closely adhering to the direction of their national parent organization.
It's important to talk about who they were and who they weren't, because these movements from the founding were much more open to white Anglo-Saxon Protestant women. They were open to wealthy women, which means they were not working class women. Oftentimes, they were U.S.-born WASP women. And those movements didn't necessarily do very much to bring women who didn't meet those criteria into the fold.
In 1883, the Minnesota Women's Suffrage Association held their annual meeting in Minneapolis. The event was convened by the newly elected president of the Suffrage Association and newly arrived in Minnesota, Dr. Martha Ripley. Martha Rogers Ripley grew up in Iowa, where her farmer father was involved in the Underground Railroad. As a teen, she volunteered on Civil War efforts, then began teaching. After finishing medical school, a 40-year-old Ripley and her husband moved to Minneapolis, where she began her practice as one of Minnesota's first female physicians. Her focus was on obstetrics and safe childbirth. She herself was a mother of 3. She quickly was elected president of the Minnesota Women's Suffrage Association, in part because
Is it
of the
Morton or
recognition of
Morphy?
national leader Lucy Snow.
I think
Dr.
Arthur
Ripley
Martin.
said her duty was to not
Vinay
keep
or
silent
you?
when wrong exists.
Arthur?
Among the many misogynistic wrongs in
The first
Minnesota was legal
Martha
latitude for
what?
the mistreatment of girls.
Ripley.
Sounds hideous today, but I want to bring it up. It's being negotiated with women for sexual activity with a girl who wasn't allowed. It had to be allowed to handle.
What do you wait, what'd you say who would be
The
again?
age of
Martha
consent in
what?
Minnesota was 10.
Martha what?
Dr. Ripley and
Ridley, how do you,
state legislature.
Ridley, how do you spell that?
Ripley described Minnesota statutes as worthy of the dark ages. Dr. Ripley fought to move the age to 18, but had to settle for 14 as the age of consent.
The age of consent was 10 years old.
10 years old is crazy.
In her frustration, where she saw her vote as her
What'd she do?
she personally petitioned the
What did he do?
legislature for the vote.
Martha
Rubin.
said to have
She was the
projected
president of the
laughter
Minnesota Women's Suffrage Club.
Another grim reality of life living in the 19th century were the high levels of mortality during childhood. But another arcane policy of the era was that
What she's what did he do? Was she?
Martha Ripley. She was the president of the Minnesota Women's Suffrage Club.
Opened the maternity hospital, which would serve poor women and other marginalized women in the baby and years later, on her deathbed, it is said that the last words spoken by Dr. Martha Ripley were, "Is everything all right, Congresswoman?"
Yeah, I've got like a bunch of names, but they didn't say what some of them she did. They just said what yeah.
In the early 1890s, Timothy Nelson was back in leadership. Now president.
How many do you have? I only have 3. I have 7 names, but I've only read the descriptions for
I'm
bad at smelling.
5. What was done? I have Sarah.
What, does it smell like burnt popcorn or something?
What?
Wait.
Sarah, Julia, and Martha.
Wait, Cooper, does
Martha. Susan B. Anthony.
Cooper? Did the room smell like burnt popcorn or something?
And argued for
Oh
women's
dang!
suffrage.
Probably like
She made
probably,
racist
probably,
statements that
probably
argued
tasted
for
like
women's
melt,
suffrage.
like one of those like rotten cheese or whatever, moldy cheese or something.
Women should either have all the privileges of citizens or be exempt from all the burdens of citizenship. And if they are to be sheltered and protected, let those who stand alone and unrepresented be sheltered from the tax cliff.
Working with leading lawmaker Ignatius Donnelly, the Suffrage Association is gaining ground.
Dr. Pepper, more like Dr. Pepper. Yeah.
Swayed by their relentless activism. As he described it, the good sisters have gone down into my district.
You're laughing at nothing, Hunter.
I will therefore oppose this. The effort won by a wide margin in the Senate, but the clock ran out in the House, and the session ended with the amendment lost.
Nowadays, dude, if we have Dr. Pepper, why not Dr. Salt?
They had already been on this path.
No, Mrs. Salt.
Some of these women had spent their entire adult lives working and waiting for the franchise. But there were weapons other than time being used against the vote for women.
Well, ridicule is a very, very effective tool, and we see this in the cartoons in the magazines, the editorials in the newspapers. Hyenas and great screeching sisterhood. There's a whole series of insults. The imagery that's used to depict suffragists is often of these hairy, emaciated, bespectacled, unfeminine, monstrous women.
So there were closed-minded men in the stereotyping media, but opposition also included other women.
The leader of the local anti-suffrage
Dude,
movement,
vanilla wafers go hard.
she had a number of reasons that she thought women should
Dude.
have the right to vote, most of which stemmed
Vanilla wafers go
from
hard, not
across
gonna lie.
the country
Vanilla
that
wafers
the
go
traditional
hard.
roles of femininity were set.
And they had to fight other women along the way because if you remember, it's the Gilded Age and the wealthy matrons, they were the ones who loved the way things were going. And they saw women as ornaments.
Yet another obstacle was the early connection between women's suffrage and temperance, which was a threat to the way of life to the considerable population of German immigrants in Minnesota in the late 19th century.
Most temperance leaders didn't really make an effort to reach out to new immigrant communities, to working class communities. A lot of these communities were making a living in the alcohol industry.
So when a suffrage organization and a temperance organization were connected, that was like a double negative. When organizers like you meet a woman or
There's like one on that side and one on the house.
you don't agree, you might see words. Julie Nelson and some of the other early suffragists began adopting strategy which was not one based in the idea of sisterhood, but it was based in the idea of class politics and Anglo
along with internal strife,
Nah, bro, isn't-
ongoing racism,
Nah, bro, the Dollar General is down on the corner, out in the street.
One of Minnesota's founding mothers of the movement, Sarah Berger
Yeah,
Stern.
and then you gotta tap your feet with it too.
Did you get your YouTube money?
Uh,
Right about that time.
oh yeah, I get it. Oh yeah, I'm getting it this week.
In the suffrage movement,
I get it weekly though.
they have to reinvent.
Actually, I get it monthly. My
In
month.
1901, the National
Did you get?
Women's Suffrage
Like $100 like a month.
Meeting at the First Baptist Church in Dallas,
My mom still gets money by working, basically.
Susan Atkins struck a hopeful note and acknowledged the North Star State's role in the movement.
I have been to these before.
Bro, I want to go to Jack in the Box again. I asked my mom, being like, we haven't been to Jack in the Box in a while. Can we go? And then my mom's like, Jacob, we don't have money. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm thinking about going there another time, and I can like try getting like some food over there because it's been a while since I've been there. Oh yeah, I did. Oh yeah, definitely. I didn't win Royalty King though, unfortunately. Owen did, but I didn't.
Unfortunately.
But the thing is that what was bullcrap was they kicked Game out of the game because he hit somebody with a helmet. I was like,
Clara Euland,
That was a stupid call. When I heard it, I wouldn't. When I heard it, I didn't. I've seen her do it before though. But Gannon just got a good hand. They were mad.
they just
Yeah, well, they've only played like prep schools.
they're just jealous because they're just jealous because they're just jealous because Game doesn't have to move just like they have.
Throughout gatherings at their landmark home on Benet Picasso.
They be jealous though.
Used to add,
Yeah, they do.
she was used
I
to
thought it was
using
gonna be a
her
little
social
closer. Like not
connections
close,
with
but a
them
little
to greater
closer.
good.
No?
She came so late to them.
Just because they're at.
And
They have some.
many sources say it was
They have
food.
some
I
kids.
just love that. I can just imagine the dinner table
It
conversations,
wasn't
because
great.
from what we know of the Euland family,
He's not better off.
they talked.
Nah, bro.
By the late 19th century, there were enough women coming out of company.
Nah, bro. Hunter A. Baja Blast. He jaw ass.
Oh, you're saying. Yeah, that's right. You guys can beat. Yeah, we definitely can. You just can't have Grayson freaking come. Yeah, we gotta lock
They
him.
also
We
were
can't
in
like.
the age when women had created that were
Just
designed to
something
be
happens, but
particularly
it's just a sport. There's just too much individual.
middle
No, it was better this last week.
I can
I
understand.
just thought everybody got like hurt.
I can understand why everybody booed at that A1 game.
And Carrie Chapman had,
Who hurt him?
what they
This,
learned
like,
was a
it was a bad snap, and then like he fell, and it was like they like rolled it like
beginning to develop an agenda
he fell.
that became known as
Yeah,
progressive.
it's impressive. Guys.
It's a government.
No, I think he's gonna get hurt. Yeah.
They became politically active and politically influential even before they had votes.
In addition to being founding members of the Minneapolis
Took
Women's
people in
Club,
basketball.
Clara Euland was also
For no
a
bad.
standing Women's Suffrage Association, which was a driving force in the movement despite the pandemic
The Canadian Women's Suffrage Association says, actually,
Did one.
we are representative of the best.
No, I'm waiting for her name. They keep talking about her, but they won't say her name.
We have a heritage.
It's what you want? Clara Euland. Clara.
Wow. Looks like Owen's smarter than you.
What you do? How we are participating in a really great. They claim
What did this girl do? I mean, do you know?
Clara Euland
Yeah.
advocated for women's suffrage.
They all do. Yeah, they all do the same thing. That's it.
Wait, how do you spell her? How do you spell her name?
CLARA.
among the diverse women's rights activists. Was standing for
Wait, what? Repeat that. E-U-L. What? A-N-D.
Did you do anything like special?
This is how I spelled it.
She always knew who she was. And that kind of grace
What does that say?
brought people.
Oh, that's right? Really?
And because of her physical features being non-traditional, additionally, after, she was able to move back and forth between two different races, between the black and white race. And she graduated from St. Paul Central. One of the first
Back up.
I'm gonna get allowed to just trade back and forth.
Michael Jackson did it.
She delivered a speech called The Race Problem,
Back and forth.
where she was saying things
From black to
about race.
Did he moonwalk or something? Like moonwalk?
He was the moonwalker.
Yeah.
It cannot be denied that the Negroes be afforded the same rights and privileges as other people and given the same
Can I go to the
opportunities.
bathroom?
May the people of this nation, north and south,
Okay,
east and
what is
west, urban
Clearand? Wait, Claire.
CLARA.
and then can all
C-
black and
R.A.
American
And then
foreign-born
is the Elan is the Elan her last name? Is the Elan the last her last name?
What is your last name?
I messed up. Let me try that again. I messed up. Elan. I was confused because I felt like I typed an entire misheard vocabulary word. What did she do again?
That she moved hard. I think that characterizes, you know, what is
Because of Minnesota League of Women's Relations.
I thought that was
What is
the different.
president of Minnesota?
I thought that was the other one.
Minnesota Women's League.
Minnesota League of Women's. Who is it?
Minnesota League of Women's Voters.
Nellie Francis wanted to have a suffrage, politically organized club that focused on the issues of African Americans.
Wait, what did Elizabeth Stanton do? She was mentioned at the beginning, but it didn't say what she actually did.
she was very much interested in race.
Clara Euland connected.
Wait, what was the person's name again? The
Laura Ewan.
no, the other one.
You need to listen.
The one you just said.
Elizabeth Stanton.
Elizabeth Stanton. How do you spell her last name?
S-T-A.
When I look at what
S-
our native people
S-T-A-N.
in the Great Lakes or Minnesota do during the suffrage era,
T-O-N.
we were also facing the aftermath of that big dispossession, that the allotment
She
policies
led the
had
first
caused,
convention to
that
call
called for the breakup
women's
of
suffrage,
tribal lands
called the
in the
Seneca
early
Falls
20th
Convention.
century. There was a new poverty where people were experiencing, and native children are going off to their boarding schools. Really tremendous problems that native people are facing, because what native
Seneca
people were supposed
Falls.
to get in
Sorry, my brain
exchange
can't
for
function
all
today.
the losses they suffered in terms of their land was citizenship.
And what did Jane
For
Grey Smith?
the vast number of native people,
First call of what?
we weren't citizens of the United States. My grandfather, who was in World War I, was not a citizen of the United States.
You know what?
While not formally citizens of the United States, indigenous women have always played crucial roles as tribal leaders.
For a good way to put it, formal politics was predominantly the role of men.
I think.
But women were really in control of the economy. And so I think the way we've come to
So did
understand the way men and
Elizabeth Stanton live the first call of what?
Led first convention for women's suffrage.
Oh, what?
Led first convention for
This
women's
cultural
suffrage.
tradition
Led
of
first-
equity and involvement gave Native women a unique perspective and thrust transcendent suffragists from tribal communities into the forefront of the movement.
A Dakota woman named Zipporah Shaw, who was also known as Gertrude Simmons Bonin, and she
Is it not
was
saying?
a Yankton woman who was very outspoken about Native people gaining citizenship.
I don't know where I got the grade.
And she was part of an organization that formed in 1911 in the United States called the Society of American Indians.
In 1960, the Society of American Indians met in the Midwest. This would be a homecoming for one of its most notable members. Marie Bottineau was one of the first Native American.
Chairman of National Women's
Dude,
Party.
dude, I wonder what happened on April.
Chairman of Women's National Party.
Who is that?
Jane Williams-Smith.
The Turtle Mountain Ojibwe band member at Minnesota roots. She attended high school
What'd she
in
do?
Minneapolis where, as
She
the
was the
daughter
chairman of the
pioneer
National Women's
Lloyd
Party.
J. Bottineau,
What's
she
the
was
middle
a
name?
person of note. Described as highly educated,
Normie?
Bottineau volunteered
Norman,
to
okay.
lead and advocate for her people. During her long tenure on Indian affairs, she had
And she did what?
She was the chairman of the National Women's Party.
Bicultural barrier
That's only 5.
is a build-up to the
What are the other two?
What are you missing? I mean, what do you have?
I have 6. I have Jane, Clara, Susan, Martha, Julie, Sarah. Let me see.
Do you have Elizabeth Stanton?
No.
Okay, write down.
Was it a chairman? Chairman? What was the word?
Oh, chairman of National Women's Party.
How do you spell that?
Chair, like CHAIR.
What Elizabeth did?
She was the first leader of the Seneca Falls, which is like a women's suffrage convention, right?
What are they talking about?
I actually
Sure, let's make it official. Let's make it
I thought it
official.
was chairman,
What is that?
but
No.
Yeah, sure.
yeah, I thought that at
First leader
first.
of
I
the
had to
what?
make sure it was.
The Seneca Falls Convention. It's like a women's suffrage convention.
Is the location
Was it?
and the accusation.
Wait, before you turn in, chairman of what? Sorry.
A women's suffrage or women's party, National Women's Party.
I don't know how they found out. I mean, she said yeah.
Okay, that ain't good enough.
Because suddenly,
I don't like what they're making fun of me for.
Dude, voltage feels like I'm taking an energy drink now. So that's why it's so good. The same goes to this one.
The parades of the 1910s were dramatic, performative protests, and one of the many suffragists used creative expression as a weapon of choice.
suffragists were actually very interested in the arts for their cause. They did ballets, they did plays, they did skating carnivals, they did all sorts of things to that end. Banners were a really important part of the movement overall. People signified dignity. White is purity, and gold is energy and goodness. Women were not meant to have a voice in public. So how do you have a voice in public and still be womanly? Well, you sew something and you let your sewing literally speak for you.
In 1914, this strategy of spectacle was on display in Minnesota as a parade of thousands marched on Minneapolis. But for some of the pioneers of social justice, it was the last glimpse of the movement. Charlotte Van Cleve, Harriet Bishop, Jane Gray Swisshelm, many of the pioneers of women's rights had passed away. Dr. Martha Ripley died in 1912. Julia B. Nelson was able to see the movement she held down march down the streets of Minneapolis. But a few months later, on the day after Christmas of 1914, Julia Bullard Nelson passed away.
The founders of the movement died before they realized the goals. But women had it. Like they found the energy to keep going.
This energy took on a more radical tone, fueled by Alice Paul's direct action in the late teens. And in Minnesota, Clara Ewing and other mainstream leaders' appetite for agitation was tested as one of their own was on the front lines of this militancy. Bertha